Oh, hello. Hey crew, welcome to my apartment. So first off, we have the kitchen here. This is the college kitchen, as they say. We'll just walk through it. We first have used dish gloves, and also to caveat, I have not done much cleaning at all. This is just, it's a little more clean than normal, but this is kind of how it is normally, so. Filter, this is quite useful when you want to strain blueberries, so that's what I use it for. I probably consume several pounds of blueberries every month. Very high in antioxidants, highly recommend. Over here we have the pile of just pill bottles. We have like Aleve, massive thing, bunch of prescription medications, we don't have to talk about that. Bunch of supplements, magnesium, calcium. I sometimes take these and I sometimes don't. I don't really know if it makes any difference, but creatine, I know this one does make a difference. I prefer the creatine pills just because I'm much more consistent when taking it rather than freaking throwing the powder in the water and mixing it and just getting like the chalk stuck in your throat. So if you struggle with staying consistent with creatine, I would recommend the creatine pills. Have our spray here, dish scrubber. Now, if you don't have dish gloves and a brush, that's another thing you absolutely have to get. I grew up washing these dishes with my hands and maybe like a used sponge every once in a while, but huge life upgrade to have a brush. Would highly recommend. And I'll throw all this stuff in the description of the video. There will be affiliate links, so I'll be making money if you decide to buy this dish brush, but it's okay, you can support the channel. Oh, dish spray as well. This thing, highly underrated. It's way better for coating the dishes rather than like that weird syrupy sort of dish soap. And now we have the counter, empty space. This counter's been super helpful when I host dinner parties, as I talk about in my newsletter, Thoughtful Thursday, link in the description. And it's really nice to be able to throw all the dishes over here and host a dinner party. Over here, we have classic oven stove setup. Nothing in there at the moment. Here, we have the Fellow Gooseneck kettle. This is incredibly useful when I'm trying to make a fancy cup of coffee and prove my worth to myself by making high quality pour over coffee. And I'm also copying Matt D'Avella on that as well. I don't know why this is open. Oh, here we have Ember mug. This is like a smart mug, so it effectively heats up the coffee itself. So there's an app that goes along with it, and your coffee will never get cold if you use the smart mug. And it's so used over the last 4 years. The inside is freaking stained yellow from the coffee and the turmeric. So I've shown it some love, as they say. Coffee grinder, air fryer. This right here. This has been a game changer. Air fryers, if you're in college, young adult, any age, I would recommend an air fryer. It has almost replaced all of my oven usage. So it does the same job in like 1/10 the time. Maybe not 1/10 the time, I think 1/5 the time, but I would highly recommend it. Rice cooker, it's a good kind of rice cooker. My life changed when I learned that I can make rice at home. Seems kind of obvious, but I just didn't know. We have microwave, this right here. It's a Walgreens gel pad. I injured my back at the gym the other day and I just throw this bad boy in the microwave and just stick it behind me and it helps with the back. Here we go, we have cabinet with dishes. There's a conspicuous spot because I'm moving out in a week or so I started to pack some stuff. That's why this is empty. We have mugs and glasses. We have our Good Mythical Morning mug. Huge fan of Rhett and Link, grew up on their content. We also have a Shining mug. It says Red Rum. He's a Stephen King fan as well. There's another Stephen King mug somewhere around here. I don't know where it is, maybe it's dirty, but that's the cabinet, or the dish cabinet. And then, yeah, just another cabinet. We have our tea cups that I never use because they're too small and dainty for my liking. And finally we have Brian Johnson's Blueprint olive oil. This is unbelievably expensive, but apparently he's trying to live forever and he says it does something to you if you drink it. So I'll report back if I feel like I'm aging backwards when I drink this Blueprint olive oil, but it's pretty good, it's pretty good. We also have this other cabinetry over here. We have our Chemex. It's quite used and quite dirty. I should probably clean that every once in a while. We have our grand scale over here. I would highly recommend if you're on a diet, if you're doing bodybuilding stuff, get yourself a proper scale. This one is very nice and very easy to use, so I would highly recommend it. We have our Athletic Greens bottles, smoothie bottles, and then we also have all the other random supplements and teas and stuff like that. We have our Element electrolyte drink. As you can see, I'm a bitch to these podcast ads, so I just buy all the products. So we have the fridge. Oh, girlfriend pictures. College friends as well. It's up there. And here's my fridge. As you can see, I have quite a lot of butter and cream cheese, and I haven't used it in 6 months. So I should probably throw it away, or just not eat it at least. We have LaCroix. This is highly underrated. I probably consume 2 to 3 of these a day, even quite a lot. Just random other stuff that I haven't touched in months. And then this salmon, it's called peppered Norwegian roasted salmon. It's $9 per serving from Whole Foods, but it tastes great and you can just eat it directly. So if you don't care about saving money and you like to feel like you're being healthy, get yourself some peppered Norwegian roasted salmon. Other than that, we have Athletic Greens, AG1, Tim Ferriss sponsor. I hope that they sponsor me at some point, but that's there. And then we have our several pounds of blueberries. Like I said before, I probably consume half a pound to a pound of blueberries per day. So take with that what you will. And finally, we have Oikos Pro. This is the best tasting protein yogurt I've ever had in my entire life. If you're missing on your protein, I would highly recommend you buy this. I tend to order maybe 20 to 40 of them a week because I eat like 3 to 5 a day almost. So go through these really fast. All right, on from the kitchen. Okay, over here we have the closet. Just a very classic cloakroom, closet, jackets, shoes. I tend to throw things in here that I never want to see again. So we'll close that. Okay, welcome to the living room. This is where the magic happens. All right, starting here, we have our lamps. Anytime I move into a new space, I really like to buy new lamps. Also, this painting is here because I took it off the wall because I have to sell this apartment. So that's why that's there. That's not normally there. I actually got this for free, I think, but I'm selling it on Facebook Marketplace for $5 to make like a little markup. So don't tell the people on Marketplace that I got that for free. Okay, we have our couch here. I got this from Ashley Clearance Furniture Store. Pretty good. I like this little extension thing. I can chill out on the couch, chillax every once in a while like this, and watch the TV, which is over there. I remember when I was a sophomore in college, I used to chill out on this recliner over here, and I would just watch Disney Plus and just eat Wingstop, and it was a good time. It was 2020. I miss those days. Over here we have our plants. We have our 2 plants. These are real, by the way. You might not believe me, but they're real. This one has a dark side and a light side. This back side is quite ugly, but if you turn it like this, it looks like I'm taking care of it properly. So this one is a Costco plant. I've tried to kill it many times. It keeps pulling through. So maybe this time it'll die when I want it to. And over here we have our TV. Just very classic TV, nothing special. This table I've had for over 15 years. You're probably not surprised about that. It's quite ugly, but it's stuck around in the family. We have our fake plant over here, and then we have some of my favorite board games. So we have Avalon. This is excellent recommendation. And it's one of those like werewolf board games where you turn on your friend and you want him to die. You also have Codenames, very classic board game. This one's pictures, so it's slightly harder. And a few more board games over here. Another one is Taboo Midnight. This is the version of Taboo that you don't want to play with your parents. Leave it with that. Anyway, that's the living rooms. Over here we come to the dining room. We have our tall plant, and finally we have this daylight lamp. This thing burns out my friends' eye sockets when they look at it. And they always tell me, Aman, why do you have that on the entire day? It's just like, I like the pain in my eyes, so what more can you say? Over here you have the table. We have this random chair here. It's probably gonna go soon. We have this light. I can't tell you the number of times I've hit my head on this light, just getting up from this chair. I'll just get up and just hit my head and wonder if I should move forward and go on. We have our candle here, and yeah, more candles. That's the dining table. Welcome in to my bedroom. So over here we have the bookshelf. I sent a lot of books home already, but these are my favorite ones. You probably have seen me talk about these before. The most prized possession, Feel Good Productivity by Ali Abdaal. Right here. Aha. It is a signed version. He sent me this one when I offered to review his book for him. So thank you, Ollie, for sending me an early copy. He wrote me a nice note as well. So I was quite elated when this came in the mail. Other than that, we have 48 Laws of Power, $1 Million Weekend by Noah Kagan, The Alchemist. This one messed me up when I read it. We have Outlive by Peter Attia, Enlightenment Now, 4 Hour Work Week, Art of Learning, Why We Sleep. All incredible books. I think they're must reads for anyone who wants to feel like they're better than their family. Other than that, we have just random shit everywhere. Nothing to say about this. Dresser, good old dresser. I think a dresser is very standard when you grow up in a house, but a lot of college students don't have one, but I would highly recommend it. Just random stuff. Aha, over here, we have the Costco Kirkland white socks. These are the best white socks. No explanation needed. Anyway, and here we have the closet. It is quite a massive closet. I actually had a friend who asked me if he could rent this closet and move in here. But he didn't realize that to literally exit and enter it, you have to go through my bedroom. So that would have been quite an awkward arrangement, I would say. We have many clothes. Patagonia over here, just tons and tons of clothes. I haven't worn many of these in years. Unfortunately, music stand. This is a remnant of my past. I still use it for singing lessons, but I bought this when I played the saxophone in high school. Over here, we have the folding bed. So this thing is amazing. This is one of the greatest inventions ever created on Amazon. You can just chuck this on the floor and have your friends sleep on it when you're pissed off at him. And it's great. It's like, I don't know, probably 80 bucks. And it's so much better than any kind of like air bed or mattress. And I'll just throw this in the car when I'm sleeping over with friends. Random sheets, blankets, towels, etc., etc. And all these random backpacks I just haven't touched in a long time. So that's the closet. We'll head into the main area. Now, here we have the 8 Sleep. This thing, I dreamed about using this thing for months and months and months. I heard Peter Attia, Andrew Huberman talking about their 8 Sleep. And it's a temperature controlling mattress cover. So you put this on the ground and you put it on your mattress and it circulates water around the mattress to cool it or heat it up to any temperature to fulfill your heart's desires. I've had it for almost a year now and it's definitely worth it. I had to go into debt to get it, but you know what? Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to live up to your dreams. Other than that, we have our bed and bed sheets. I also think it's underrated to have a proper bed set as a college student. I don't know, I feel like it adds a nice ambiance to the room. Maybe I'm deluding myself. This pillowcase is also one of those like antimicrobial pillowcases for acne purposes. That also has made a big difference. Over here, we come to the desk setup. This is where I film all my YouTube videos. As you can see, the lens is not on the camera because it's right there. Oh, look. And this is a standing desk. This is the fully Jarvis standing desk. I bought this a couple years back, 100% worth it. It allows me to move around a little bit. As a software engineer and computer science student, you end up getting glued to your chair. And so yeah, this is the desk right here. I think it's pretty good. Oh, also the monitor. This monitor is, I think it's called like a Samsung Odyssey G11 or something like that. It's a 47-inch, 45-inch monitor. Shopify subsidized me for $500 for that. So I just balled all out, but it's a pain in the ass to move around. So I'm gonna have to somehow take it when I leave here. This is the Shure SM7B microphone. Incredible purchase. It's what I record all my YouTube videos on. You've probably seen it in Joe Rogan. You've probably seen it in MKBHD's podcast, Ali Abdaal's podcast. It's one of the most popular microphones for podcasting. This daylight lamp. This is my second daylight lamp. I had this on the entire day. It helps with seasonal affective disorder, if you believe it's real. I think it's real, but my friends tell me it's not. So anyway, that's over there. I would recommend you get one of those, especially in the winter. That's the desk setup. Over here, we have keyboard. I picked up piano recently. I played piano as a kid, but I wanted to get back into it. So just learning some of the chords has been interesting. I'm still not very good at it, but I'm getting better every day. I also use it to practice singing. So if you want to learn singing, get a keyboard. It's 100% recommended. This right here is a Koei air filter. This thing is also highly recommended. It cleans the air, supposedly. Again, it's one of those things which I don't know if it's made any difference at all to my life, but I like to think it has. So I keep it on. Humidifier. I feel like that also has made a difference, but again, it might not have, but I think it's worth it, even though it's all plugged in. Anyway, we have a side table over there. We have a side table over here. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is these are all smart lights. So if you're a viewer of this channel, you probably have seen this background for years and years and years. I actually had this background for almost 4 years. It's actually my 4th YouTube video where I moved into this apartment, and we're on like 70 or something now. So thank you for being along for the ride the entire way. But all of these lights are smart lights. So you can see this one is orange, this one's blue, and I can change the colors. Again, it's more of a party trick, but it makes me feel cool when my friends come to this apartment and I like to show them, well, I can change the colors, and they're like, oh my God, Aman, you're so cool. I'm like, yeah, I know. Other than that, we have our MagSafe Duo over here. Charges my Apple Watch and my phone at the same time. And we have a little pouch over here for the iPad, so I can charge it over there. I had this dream in my mind that I was gonna read every night on my iPad. It never happened, but I still have to charge it there because the pouch is there. So that's that. And finally, let us exit the bedroom and go to the bathroom. All right, bathroom. This is where the magic actually happens. Okay. To preface, it's not very clean, but hey, it's realistic, okay? We have the 2 sinks set up. That's also very useful. I like to have my primary sink and my secondary sink when I'm feeling like I want to change things up, you know? Like after I use the bathroom, I'll just wash my hands there if I want to add some color back in to my life. We have our cabinets over here. This is where I have my multi-layered skincare routine. Again, it makes me feel powerful and confident in the morning to do my skincare. I actually brought all this camping once and it didn't go well. So we have our brief skincare routine, little lesson here. I like to wash with this salicylic acid wash in the night. But before that, I use this oil cleanser because I use sunscreen in the morning. And then I will use tretinoin. This right here, it's like high dose vitamin A for your skin. Reduces scars, supposedly. So I think you should probably use it. And sunscreen right here, every morning right here. This is my attempt to defeat my enemies with my skin robustness when I'm 50. It's the plan. Over here, we have the bidet. This thing is probably the greatest thing I've ever purchased in my entire life. And it's at the end of the video, so you should be happy you stuck around to see this thing. This thing right here, no better way to say it, it shoots water up and washes you as you use the bathroom. And it's quite a satisfying experience, to say the least. But it's unbelievably useful, and I almost can't live without a bidet anymore. I don't know what that says about me, but I think you should join me and get a bidet. We have our razor or shaver here. Oh, cool little trick. These are night lights. So if I turn the lights off, you'll see that all these guys turn on. And this is so when I'm stumbling in a stupor at 3 a.m. to go use the bathroom, I don't fall and die. And I also preserve my melatonin production. Mr. Andrew Huberman would be proud of me. So those are those. And finally, we have the shower over here. Regular old shower. We have our... That was really awkward. Anyway, I think it just broke, but that's okay. So we have our, our Intelligent Ketoconazole Shampoo Conditioner. What is special about this? This right here tries to prevent the thinning and balding that we all experience as men. So I'll get back into whether this actually does anything. My friend, More Plates, More Dates, recommended I use it. He's not actually my friend. Hopefully he's my friend one day, but that's the bathroom. And finally, we have our smart scale. I like to step on that every morning after I relieve myself and before I shower. And that just tells me how much I weigh. And I look at that number and that decides how happy I feel that day. So thank you for coming. That was my apartment. See you guys next time.